Hey, welcome back to the channel, guys. Thanks for joining me here at another episode at Mike's Mods and Customs. Today we're going to work on something a little bit different. I've had this car sitting in a box here for a little bit. Had it drilled and tapped and ready to go, and just been waiting to have the right time to start doing some work to it. So, as it just passed on by the camera there, what we're going to work on today is a Datsun 510. So what we have here is a standard 71 Datsun 510 wagon. So not really 100% sure yet what to do with this. I've been looking at some pictures on Google to get some ideas. This paint's definitely going to go. I'm going to want to do a wheel swap. So I'm going to go ahead and get the torn apart, and we'll take a closer look at the pieces, see what we got. See if it's any different than every other car. I bet you it's going to have four main components. Casting. At least a tinted smoked window, not any crazy color. Our interior piece with actually some pretty cool detail in there. So yeah, some seats and some carpet area in the back. And a very standard basic plastic base. So there are our four main components, just like every other car build. That's what we're going to start with. Well, we'll see what we can come up with here for a plan for something a little bit outside of the box here for Mike's Mods and Customs. Datsun 510. So hang in there with me. We'll see what we're going to come up with. All right, so you guys can see I kind of got ahead of the game a little bit here. I went ahead and already stripped and cleaned and primered the casting. I got the obviously drilled and tapped the post. So we have the casting cleaned, primered, and ready for our next process. This one's going to be a little bit different. I got some wheels on order for the base. We're not going to touch the glass, and we'll come back later and do some detailing on the interior. So I'm going to go ahead and get myself set up here. We're going to try my first attempt at hydro dipping. Okay, I have myself set up here now. What I actually have is a craft kit from this company here called Creative for Kids. It's hydro dipping rocks. So they give you these cool little films, which I'm not going to flip this over to reveal what it's going to look like yet, but it's a hydro dipping film that you use to wrap the car with. So it's kind of like a wrap more than a hydro dip, but it's water involved, and so we're going to see how this works. So the directions say to cut it out. Have a wet paper towel on hand along with a damp sponge, and we're going to go ahead and set our casting aside for now. I'm going to soak our hydro dipping film into the water for approximately 30 seconds, they said. And then we're going to bring over a wet paper towel, allowing that to sit in there. Here you guys will see what it's going to look like, if this is going to work. We'll see. I don't know. So there's our transfer. Here comes our casting. We do just that, and then we're supposed to wrap this thing up very tightly in a paper towel. I don't know how it's supposed to cling. Not feeling too confident. Not so sure how it's going to conform to all the curvatures. It says to keep it wrapped up like this for 30 seconds, nice and tight. So there we have it, nice and tight. I'm going to let this sit. I'm going to work with it off camera a little bit. I'll be back to show you the results. If it's going to be a pass or a fail, who knows. Okay, love the power of recording. Not going to lie, this was take two. I did not do this all in one shot. And I had to watch a couple of videos. Of course, this is designed to be done on rocks, not on cars. So I am cutting some openings in the wrap. This is really nothing more than a giant water slide decal. So I'm just cutting these so I can get it to wrap around the window, working with it rather quickly so I can work with it as decently as possible while it's still really wet. Again, I have no clue what I'm doing here. You guys are watching as I'm learning. No practice runs here. I don't know what the heck I'm doing. So wet sponge to help that stuff wrap around the inside. I see some spots right here. The wrap wasn't quite big enough to cover all of it, so not a big deal. I'll figure it out. They say to save the extra pieces to be able to go back and touch up spots like that, so we'll see. I have no idea. Want to try something different, and I got me something different. So I'm going to pause this for now. I'm going to continue to clean this up, get these wheel wells cut out. I'll be back with you in a few minutes. All right, pretty cool. I'm going to let this thing sit and dry now. I'm actually going away for the weekend, so this thing's going to sit here all weekend and just dry. I'll worry about clear coat, details, all that stuff later. Like I say, I'm still waiting for wheels for the car, so. But I kind of like it. I can see you having some fun with this. Okay, so that's it for now. We're going to let that baby sit and dry. Not going to touch it. And we'll learn with some more of this stuff as time goes on. All right, so here we are doing some work on the interior and the base of the Datsun 510. I had gone ahead and base coated this in black. It was that original color before. And then I went over it with this Tamiya light blue. Doesn't look blue at all, does it? That's going to be my base color, I think, for the interior. And I think I'm going to go over that with some detailed gunmetal. In the meantime, I had gone ahead and done some silver Sharpie details on the underneath of the chassis. I think, so what I don't like is right here. The exhaust comes through, comes down, then ends mid-chassis. It's like, wait a minute. So I think I'm going to try to do some work with my aluminum tubing I have and try to continue this up to the engine. Or I just may draw it in with the Sharpie. I haven't decided yet. But I got to go back and touch up some flat black spots where I got carried away with the Sharpie. And I got to decide what I'm going to do for details on this. So I'm going to go ahead and take a closer look at this and see what I'm going to do for details, and possibly research some pictures for 510 interiors. So yeah, that's where we're at. Hang in there with me. I'll be back with some details on that interior. All right, so here we have our 4 main parts to the Datsun 510 wagon for final assembly. We have our base that we detailed up on the bottom. So on the interior, we got our black carpet simulated with the gunmetal colored seats and the steering wheel. So not a whole lot of crazy detail there, but just enough. Through the tinted glass window, you'll be able to see it. And all you're going to see is this side of the body for now. I'm going to hold off on showing you the rest of it until it's all together. So we're going to go ahead and drop our our window in place. That locked in there like it should be. The interior has its own little spot to go on. And then this has a hook in the back, and then it drops in. We'll get this screw on there. I'm going to show you one more final detail on the base. New little signature I've added in there. So if you look right there, little Mike's Mods and Customs decal. Pretty sweet. All right, I'm going to get on over to the turntable and give you a final review. All right, so there we have it. Our first hydro dipping attempt of a Datsun 510 wagon. This one's going to be sent off to a special YouTube channel. You guys know him quite well. He's been a big part of the family of the Diecast Breakdown broadcast, as you well as know of him having his own broadcast on his channel, Datsun Man Diecast. So this one's going to be getting packaged up here and sent on over to Washington. And if everything goes quite right, he's already going to have this in his hands by the time you see this. So I'll be sure to leave a link in the description down below. Head on over to see Mark over at Datsun Man Diecast, or Mr. McHawkwheels, and check out his video of unboxing of this. So this will be heading his way. The one little special feature on this, and not really special, but different, really wasn't sure what to do with the wheels. So if you notice what I did there, I took some of that hydro dip wrap that I used to wrap the body with, and I wrapped the rims with it. And we did a detail job there on the front wheels, the front lights and the grille. It's hard to see along the back, but the tail lights are highlighted there with the red marker lights in the back. And then you can see in the reflection there in the mirror the little Mike's and Mods and Customs logo on the bottom. We did paint the mirrors there on the front fenders, that silver color. And the door handles are done front and rear. So I hope you like what you see here. If you don't mind, give a thumbs up there for the channel. Leave a comment down below if you like. Like and share and subscribe. And we'll get these videos passed along to other people if you know of anybody else that likes to see them. So thanks for watching here, another episode of Mike's Mods and Customs. We look forward to seeing you on the next one. And in the meantime, stay safe out there. Send out lots of prayers for everybody throughout the entire world. They're needed right now. And stay safe, stay sane, and don't forget, pay it forward. See you in the next one.